Kofi is very hardworking.
He is enthusiastic.
Very, very bright, resilient,
extremely grateful,
motivated,
gracious,
Worldly,
brilliant,
Passionate about things he believes in.
motivated,
intelligent,
articulate,
And very resourceful.
I'm Kofi Gunu, and I'm an exchange student currently at Brandon Valley High School. I'm from Ghana, which is a small country in West Africa. I love soccer. It's what most of the world loves, and Ghana is no exception. Every boy, every kid who grows up in Ghana is expected to be a good soccer player. So the least chance I get, I love to get my cleats on and go at kicking the ball. And well, I love reading. My dad's a librarian in Ghana, and he started me very early, and I've had a very good love for books since, and I always love a good book. I love movies too.
He's a very hard worker, he's very dedicated, and very resourceful. If he doesn't know the answer, he won't stop till he finds it. So I think he'll be very successful.
Kofi's outstanding as a student. He's very, very bright, very well spoken. Especially being that English is his second language, it's pretty remarkable some of the vocabulary that he has, and he's just a very serious, dedicated student who still likes to have fun and really just enjoy having him in class.
he's not just getting a grade, he's motivated to really learn the material.
Kofi is one of the best students I've ever had. I mean, just in terms of effort. He's often in my room by 7 o'clock in the morning.
Coming here for my exchange year, one of the expectations I had was that I would be able to apply to and get admitted into a college in whichever state I was placed in. That state happened to be South Dakota, and I have since been introduced by some of my teachers, Lovren notably, Mr. C, to their alma mater, Augustana College, and I've had lots of correspondences with Augie, and I've come to realize that, well, if I wanted to go to college here, that's probably the best place to go for me.
He wants to go there because of grit and of limitless potential, and how that excellent place of higher education can help him maximize that potential that he has.
Kofi came from this country where the average person just doesn't make enough money to pay for an American university.
he has such amazing potential, and I would hate to see that potential not realized simply because he had the luck to be born in a different part of the world. And I think that he is definitely one of those people that's going to make our world a better place.
Ghanaians place a very high premium on education. That's one of the topmost priorities you would find in Ghana, because just like many other parts of the world, an education, especially a very high education, a college education, is a passport into out of a life of poverty, a cycle of not being able to achieve your dreams. So education is very valued where I come from. Ghana is a country of 24 million people. There are only 4 public colleges. We call them universities in Ghana. You can imagine how competitive it is to get into those 4 colleges.
The unique situation of really being an international student coming from a country that has such low annual earnings, and then coming to this area and clearly being one of the most deserving in terms of effort and natural intelligence to getting into college, makes him one of the most deserving cases I've ever heard of doing whatever we can to make sure that we provide the money that he can go on to college and further his education, because he's gonna really use that education.
He relishes the opportunity to work hard and learn. He doesn't complain about tasks. He goes forth puts as much effort forth as he can and tries to succeed.
Well, I think that colleges are made for kids like Kofi. I think that it would, given his background and his circumstances, I think it would be a travesty not to let him stay here in the United States and get an education if he really wants to. I think he would excel at college, and I think he's a hard enough worker where I think he deserves it.
I felt that an Augie education would be very helpful in giving me the skills I need to make me outstanding and be of much more help to my country, to the world. And yeah, I would really appreciate anyone who would help me make that dream possible.
Truly, he deserves that chance like the rest of us.
I just think if anybody's going to change the world, it's going to be Kofi, and I would like to see a lot of us try to be a part of that.
It's one of the best investments I can think of a charitable group making. I mean, it's going to really make a huge, huge difference in his life.
So I want to major in economics when I go to Augie with an international affairs minor, because I'm so interested in how the people around the world have different perspectives because of how much money they have to spend. That's a subject that intrigues me so much, and I want to go to college and learn more about that. So I would be majoring in economics. Most probably when I graduate, I would want to teach. I'd want to teach in a college because I feel it's also important, as much as I gain knowledge, to share what I get.
His desire to share his experiences with our students. Living in Brandon Valley, most of our kids have gone here their whole lives and haven't seen a lot of different kinds of places, and Kofi has a much different upbringing than most of the kids here in Brandon, and he was so willing to share that with other people and really opened the eyes of my students to things that were happening in other parts of the world.
He never wants to show up as the smartest kid in class. He's always helping other people.
I would want to use my skills where it is most needed, and I hope to, go back to Ghana, help out there, and not be limited by, national boundaries. If any part of the world, be it Jakarta, Indonesia, Tokyo, Japan, Sao Paulo, Brazil, wherever I would be needed, I would want to be of help there, yeah.
But I think whatever he does, he'll make a difference.
I really see him wherever he wants to end up. I think the motivation I see in him and his desire to learn, and he's around a lot of people here at the high school that I have similar, I think, motivations and dreams beyond high school. And I know he's going to have the education background, given that he can get through college to end up wherever he wants to be.
So I think he will be extremely high achieving, and he'll be helping other people, and it could be in one of 50 or 100 different things that he'd be capable of.
He's going to be president of Ghana someday.
What we have planned for this was just like a graduation party, so it's running from 6 to 8, but stop by for a half hour, or if you want to stay for the 2 hours, that's fine. The difference on this one is we would ask you not to spend even $1 on a card. If you want to write him a card, please write it on a piece of paper, and don't bring him any gifts other than the free will offering, because that's by far the most important thing that he needs right now and that he really wants. And so we'd like you to bring a free will offering, because we're going to have a great meal. We're roasting 2 hogs, and one of those will be luau style under the ground. Some of us are going to dig that the night before, and we'll be having that going the whole time. And then we have a ton of sides and desserts and everything else. Bring your parents. If you know other people in the community, it'd be awesome to have anyone welcome. I mean, it's a community-wide graduation party because there have been so many people that help Kofi. And so it's from 6 to 8 at the Celebration United Methodist Church in Brandon. And the doors will just be open. We'll be in back roasting the hogs and cutting them up, and there'll be a service line. As you come in, it will be like a traditional graduation. Kofi's going to be there, but we might also have some people there taking pictures, and that's where we'll give our free will offering, and then we'll also have some pictures and stuff of what Kofi's planning on doing. And then we not only have the meal going on, but we're also going to have numerous games. I think we're going to have a silent auction. We're going to have a raffle for a television for anyone would be interested, but I think seniors especially for $2 offer option to get a TV to take to college. And we're hoping to have video games stations all set up. We're kind of putting that together this week, but it's going to be a lot of fun. And if you have any time to volunteer, if you want to do anything, we'd like people to make salads, cookies, all of that. We're trying to get as many people to donate that stuff. Go home and make 3 dozen cookies or whatever. Or if you want to help that day, help with cleanup, let me know. I have all of the sign-ups in my room, and we can use any volunteers that we can have, cooking in advance or that day. So.
My greatest thanks, first of all, would have to go to my host parents, the Bennetts. The Bennetts, they've got 2 boys in the high school here. Nate's a sophomore, Riley's a freshman. I must thank them, first of all, for bringing me here. Yeah, if not for them, I wonder which state I'd be in, and I'd probably never have heard of Augustana College. But yeah, I want to thank them. They've been very supportive. They've been a great host family to me. I sometimes even forget that they are my host family. And secondly, I'd want to thank Mr. Lovren. Mr. Lovren has been very instrumental in getting me to, you know, be more focused in my search for a college and in my application process. And he's been the brainchild of this whole idea of trying to raise funds for my education, and I really appreciate that. And I want to extend that thanks to all the teachers here at Brandon Valley, all the staff who are trying to make this possible for me. And of course to you, Spence, and all the friends, all the people in Brandon Valley who've embraced me and call me their friends.
This is what Brandon does. We make this happen. There could not be a better cause.
This has been one of the best experiences of my life.